Yo, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at Epic Games and it looks like there is a ransomware going out and it looks like Epic Games have been hacked again, and it's going to be interesting to see what comes from this. We're going to dive into the article in a minute, but as you can see here, it's claimed that nearly 200 gigabytes of internal data, including emails, passwords, full names, payment information, and source codes have been taken. Now, obviously, there's no confirmation of whether this is real or not, but there's multiple implications here on why this is newsworthy. Obviously, it's Epic Games getting hacked, and from what I've seen, they're getting hacked again. I guess they're in competition with Sony right now to see which one of them can actually be hacked the most. But as you can see here, we've got the ransomware gang claims to have hacked nearly 200 gigabytes of Epic Games internal data. The gang claims to have source code and payment information. This is pretty big. So if you actually have an Epic Game Store account and you don't have 2FA enabled, you might want to go and enable 2FA at the very least, but I recommend you change your password as well. So the details they have is pretty much useless. This is another reason why I wanted to get this video out, because it's worth the PSA. A ransomware gang claims to have hacked Epic Games, saying it's nearly 200 gigabytes of internal data. As reported by Cyber Daily, the gang, which goes by the name Mogilovich, posted a message on its darknet leak site giving more information on its claimed leak, the Fortnite and Epic Games Store company. "We have quietly carried out an attack to Epic Games servers," the message reads. It also claims to have compromised email, passwords, full name, payment information, source code, and many other data, amounting to a total size of 189 gigabytes. Now, don't forget, the last hack that we actually had was the Insomniac leaks, and the media went full on, supportive on Insomniac, saying that this one hit differently because it was a beloved company. Now, I'm really going to be interested to see how Gaming Kinda and other companies are actually going to report on this, because the media came together not to report on leaks. The whole purpose of the Insomniac leaks movement was so when stuff like this happen going forward, that the media will consolidate again and not make this newsworthy, not report on the information, not talk about it, and not, glamorize this whole thing as news. I mean, we saw that they did this with GTA and other stuff, but when it came to Sony's Insomniac, they did not do this. Now, obviously, if they do, I am going to have an absolute field day. All content creators are going to have a field day with this, because at the end of the day, they will be exposed so badly that my hope is that anyone that's, remotely following these publications or going to them will just blacklist their website, so they will actually suffer from engagement, because it's not fair. It's not right. If they are making a stand to do this, and if they are making a stand to go about and actually, what they did was a good thing with Insomniac. They actually came together. It's sad that it took, something happening to PlayStation before they actually got together to do this. But, better late than never, right? Better late than never to have a moral. But if that only applies to Sony, that's when it becomes a problem. Anyway, it reads, data is also for sale. It says adding a link for an employee of the company or someone who would like to buy the data. The gang has given a deadline of March 4 for someone to buy the data, but has not given a specific figure, nor has it indicated what it will do with the data if the deadline passes. So there's a fairly small chance that nothing's gonna, scrap the data, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. I think just like Insomniac, they are going to release data, and yeah, that could be quite dangerous. So make sure you go and change your passwords, folks. That is really important. Make sure to go and add a 2FA, whether it's through the app, your mobile app, or something else. Just make sure you've got something set up there so they can't access your stuff. Because the last thing you want is to lose your digital library. And if you lose your digital library, it's going to be very hard to get something back you can't reset the password for and claim the account back. Because once the ownership transfers, it's a little difficult. Hopefully, there are things in place to be able to recover your account, especially if you've got receipts and stuff for purchases. But this is pretty serious, so, you know, all that bullshit with gaming kinda aside, this, you know, make sure you go and do that because it's really important. VGC has contacted Epic Games for a comment. According to the Cyber Daily, Mogilevich is a relatively new ransomware group, and Epic Games is its fourth target. The first was Nissan subsidiary Infinity USA, which it hacked last week. So it looks like they're on the prowl in doing this. At the time of writing, the group has not released any actual proof that it has successfully hacked Epic Games. When the Residia Group hacked Insomniac Games in late 2023, it followed up this claim by publishing a small amount of data online as proof, including an annotated screenshot from Insomniac's upcoming Wolverine game. The group threatened to publish the stolen data within 7 days, but first offered it for auction with a starting price of 50 bitcoins, approximately $2 million. 1 week later, it followed through with its threat, reportedly releasing around 98% of the stolen data. I think that 2% was personal data, which was sold to a random person. Hence why I'm saying, change your passwords. Insomniac then released a statement calling the experience extremely distressing and saying it would continue working quickly to determine what details what was impacted. And a lot was taken from Insomniac, a lot was revealed, pretty much the full timeline, the Marvel schematics in terms of, you know, the contract deals and everything else. It was big news, and there was a lot of things to come out from it. Now, whether this is true or not, I don't know, but like I said, it's nasty, it's not right, it's horrible, especially for those companies that, you know, have been working hard to make projects, make games, surprise the community, keeping things under wraps. It's really hard in this day and age to keep anything a secret, and when you've got hackers going in and just making it even harder, it's not nice, especially with those people that have lost their, you know, their personal details have gone out. They have to now contact their banks and get all their details changed, get their cards cancelled. It's just not a good process. It's not a good time, and no one wants to be in that position where they have to do this. Hence why you should probably use stuff like PayPal, which protects you anyway. But honestly, it's just a really shit situation. But I'm really eager to see how the media is going to handle this. Obviously, there's nothing actually published yet in terms of any actual proof data, but when it does, it's going to be interesting. Especially all eyes are going to be on Gaming Kinda. You know, IGN also decided not to do anything. Many media outlets decided that they wouldn't. I think one or two actually did. I think Kotaku was one of them, maybe, or The Verge was one. I really can't remember now. But, you know, a lot decided that it was time, you know, now was a time for consolidation because their beloved PlayStation was actually hit and they couldn't stand for that. But now it's Epic Game Store, and we all know that Epic Game Store has a bit of a, you know, stigma towards it, especially coming into the PC market and creating exclusivity with its launcher, because apparently it costs $70 to download the launcher. At least that's what would, you know, the community would make you think. That aside, you know, it's going to be interesting to see if actual proper gaming information is released, how quick these publications are going to report on them, talk about the leaks, have discussions. I mean, I will, personally, because I did with the Insomniac 2. It's news. It's literally what we're there for. But they set a precedent with Insomniac, and they need to follow that through. And if they don't, I am imploring everyone that sees this video to share it, you know, push it out there, retweet it, and make sure that people hold these publications accountable for their actions, because if it's one rule for Insomniac, it has to be one rule for everyone, not just for their beloved PlayStation. Right, that's it. That's the video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release. Hit that subscribe button because we are trying to get to 7,000 subs. Also, let's see if we can get to 300 likes. I mean, I'd like to get to 500 because that will push the video out further. If you want to support me further, you can do that through my Patreon, YouTube membership, and of course the Super Thanks. Leave a Super Thanks, I will respond to it and also highlight it in my next video. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.